if someone was really good at editing, he'd actually fade the music in and then fade it out rather than
he or she.
He or she, exactly.
Would fade it in.
Yeah, because
it's kind of fun the way it rolls out like this because you can start talking like when it's winding down a little bit because you're the editor.
Well, I do that with the regular editing as well. I usually, I aim it so we start talking while it's fading in.
I sort of
like that.
You are talented like that, and everyone says so.
Everyone. Mm-hmm. the endless fan mail that I get.
You do
ridiculous.
Get a lot of fan mail.
Yeah.
It's almost embarrassing.
I get at least one every year around the same time.
It's a birthday card. It's called a birthday card.
Oh, I thought it was fan mail.
Fan mail.
Fan mail. Yes.
How you been? How's your week?
Those are two different things.
Yeah. Then take one at a time.
Oh. Fine and fine.
Wow. Way to go.
Thanks. No, it's fine. Fine. You can hear probably in my voice I'm what the woo-woos say is I'm healing. which is the new code for I feel like shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So it's okay. It's not your fault. I blame it on my boss. I texted him yesterday in the morning and I said, "What were your symptoms when you were sick last weekend?" And he said, "Sore throat, headache, upset stomach, and a couple others." And I was like, check.
Wow.
Check.
Is there anything else? And my foot hurts.
Well, my foot always hurts, but that has nothing to do with it.
There you go. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No.
Or maybe so. Lisa has been sick for the last, I won't say a week, but 5 days probably.
Really?
And she
what are her symptoms?
Really sick for her. Well, coldy, flu-y sort of thing.
That's always fun.
Yeah. And that's not like her. She's gone a week without working out. And she's just like, I feel like such a slug, but she's felt terrible up until today. So turn the corner.
Well, mine's actually the reverse when it comes to that. I've been feeling like a slug for the last couple months because the weekends we just really haven't done anything. Mm-hmm. And you probably hear Peyton yelling at me here pretty soon because I had a conversation with her the other day and I said, listen, because we've been getting on her a lot because every time we see her, she's on her iPad. Mm-hmm. And she's still doing her homework, so we're not as bad, because that's a big deal for us in this household. But I said, listen, you had promised us at one point that you were going to self-regulate and make sure that you were being responsible when it came to your technology. And in the last few weeks, you haven't been. So I'm going to have to turn, because we have the parental controls. I'm going to have to turn all the parental controls back on because you're on it way too much. And so I gave her another week to try to fix it. And then today I shut it off because I'm sick and tired of seeing her on her iPad and she has shit to do. And so I don't know how I went from, I remember, I'm getting back to it. But anyway, we haven't really been doing much. I mean, things like I clean the house and, do errands and things like that. But, just going out and doing stuff has not been on our to-do list. It's just been staying around the house. So this weekend is a beautiful weekend. Sun's out. It's wonderful. Not that hot. And I was looking forward to getting out and actually doing stuff this week because now everything's open too. Mm-hmm. It's, the first full week of October and all of the pumpkin patches and all the apple orchards, all those things.
The fall
all
stuff.
Open now. The fall stuff, stuff that I enjoy.
And I love this time of year up there and north. It's so nice. There was an apple orchard, and I'm glad you said that because an apple orchard near us, and you just walk in and it's like, this is fall, in Wisconsin, autumn, and it's really cool. So continue. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, that's the main point. I was looking forward to actually getting out and doing stuff. And now I feel like absolute garbage. So when I'm done with this podcast, I will probably end up back on the couch.
But I've heard, sipping bourbon is not a bad thing to help with a sore throat.
You're going to bring some up to me?
What?
I'm out.
You need to buy bigger bottles.
No,
you know where they sell it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually haven't been not necessarily. I mean, it is on purpose, but it's not like I'm cutting drinking out completely.
Yeah.
But I honestly have not been drinking much lately. I probably haven't. I had one old fashioned last weekend because I also bought some apple cider. So I looked up an apple cider old fashioned.
Oh, how was it?
It was horrible. I
Oh,
didn't like it at all.
okay. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, it was worth a shot. I've always wanted to try one, so I did. And yeah, I won't be doing that again. But
Well,
I mean, in the last month and a half, that's
yep.
probably the only cocktail I've had.
Okay. Well, nothing wrong with that necessarily inherently. Although, excuse me, it does make me think of our friend Eric that
Oh yeah.
sent his photo of the toasted marshmallow bourbon
Yeah.
or
I
whiskey,
saw it.
whatever it was, from yesterday. Oh my gosh. It made me laugh. And of course, I had to send him a cat gif with the cat puking.
Oh, nice.
So, but he said it was good. I mean, he said it tasted good, but it's 120 proof,
Oh,
which is pretty heavy for a bourbon.
Yeah, that'll put you on your butt.
Well, yeah, most vodkas are like 80, right?
Yes. Well, so are most bourbons, the other 80 or 90.
80 or even 100.
Yeah.
But most bourbons do not go to 120. So.
No.
But he said it was okay. I said, it sounds to me like you should follow that up with s'mores.
Nice.
Yes. He goes, yes, I'm going to try that. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hold
so
on,
what, and just for
so
our
you-
listeners and viewers,
Yeah.
and Eric especially, will send us, like on weekends, will send us a photo of whatever bourbon he happens to be entertaining at that moment. And it's always a glass and it's the bottle from which it came. And yeah, it was a toasted marshmallow. I think it was Penelope, if I'm not mistaken.
I could look it up. I was
could
just in
too.
my text messages.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. But anyway, it was it was a toasted marshmallow flavor, and I'm not much of a flavored anything drinker,
Yeah.
vodka or bourbon or whatever. Just
I lost your text messages.
That's because you ignore me. You usually just delete them.
No,
What does he
I
want?
don't. Oh,
No.
there it is. There it is. It is. It's Penelope.
I think that's Penelope.
I know.
I think
Marshmallow toast, straight bourbon whiskey toasted barrels. Oh, it's barrel strength.
That's the 120.
Yep.
Apparently.
Char 3 toast heavy proof 110.
Oh, 110. He's such a liar.
But he does take very good liquor pictures. Maybe that's his next gig is in marketing of
beautiful
of liquor.
That's a black cherry. It looks like with something else in there. It looks like a leaf.
It's dried orange.
Oh, okay.
Dried
It
orange.
looked like something that fell from the tree where he was sitting.
Well, he doesn't fall far from the tree.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
So yes, he does take, and so those are kind of nice to get. And for all I know, he's getting them from a magazine, and we just think he's drinking.
He could be, maybe he's sober, and that's just what he does to kind of trick people.
Boy, he's a heavy drinker, isn't he?
Yeah. So speaking of Eric, I actually also talked to one of our other listeners, Andrew, who lives in and or around Greenville, South Carolina.
Awesome. Love Greenville.
It is a beautiful city. And we actually were talking about it because one of my now former coworkers, her family lived there, and now she just moved back to work in Greenville. And there's a bar. So for those of you who have never been to Greenville, it is, I would highly recommend it. It's a beautiful little city. They actually have a waterfall that's right downtown. And it's a big one. So it goes through kind of the center of town, but there's a suspension bridge and then some buildings on the other side. And one of them has a bar that's kind of in the basement of this place. And it's just a really neat, one of those heavy dark woods type of places. We were there for a business outing, and they had a bacon, I think it was bacon, smoked bacon old fashioned, something like that.
Oh, yummy.
Or smoked pork belly old fashioned.
That's even better.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I wish I remembered the name of that bar. Andrew's probably jumping up and down screaming
the name of it. Well, then he'll send us
he'll send us a text message.
Yeah.
It'll be Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning.
Greenville is great. And they've trained us to say Greenville Spartanburg, the slash in there.
Mhm.
But Greenville, the town, and like you, the downtown is my favorite just because I I've been there. I met a client down there, and he owns multiple dealerships. Good guy. It's been several years ago now, but he introduced me, sadly, to Cakebread Cellars wine.
Uh,
Sadly, because it's so damn expensive
yeah.
compared to what I usually have. It's not ridiculous or anything, but
It's not Opus.
we probably no, but we probably did. I don't know. We were with a group of people and probably did 10 bottles of the
Oh,
Chardonnay,
wow.
and it was just amazing. It was so good. Such a fun time. And it was a Thursday night. I remember because I don't know if they still do, but I would imagine every Thursday night it's like a out on the town thing. So people get off work early. I want to say like 3, and all the bars open up downtown, and it's just a party, in a street
Yeah.
party, sort of. I think it was Thursday nights, if I'm not mistaken. So correct me if you're a Greenvillian.
Greenvillian.
No,
A green villain.
no, not a
Oh,
Greenvillian. That's
no?
different.
Oh. Yeah. Someone was, I think it was the same person who moved back to Greenville.
Hmm.
I would say for me, and this stems from conversations you and I have had, we may even have had them on the podcast. It wouldn't surprise me if we had.
me.
However, so we've lived here in Nashville for 20 years. I know
Okay.
I've said this before. I still don't feel at home here. I mean, I love Nashville. Don't get me wrong. It's a
I
great
have
city.
a theory about why that is, but tell me, why do you
Okay.
think that is?
Well, I don't know why I think that is, but I don't necessarily feel at home here.
Mhm.
I sort of felt at home on and off when I lived in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
Never felt at home in Georgia.
Okay.
When I lived there, when I lived in Atlanta, I always feel at home when I'm in Minnesota.
Mhm.
Born and raised, that should just be a given. But Wisconsin's the same. Wisconsin and North Dakota, I feel at home in. I don't feel out of place. And maybe that's it. I don't feel out of place. There are people there I can relate to.
Sure.
And that's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
I have not found very many people here in Nashville that I relate to, that I could consider my close friend that I could go hang out with.
Here's my theory on that. It's such a transient place now. It has become Nashville has become so transient. People moving mostly in, but there's just not a lot of steadiness like in the Midwest. People really want to be in Minnesota if they're going to stay there in the winter.
That's true.
Same is true for Wisconsin and Dakotas too.
That's true. I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
However,
why, but it's just a thought.
The only other place I've ever felt at home, not even really talking to people, just being there.
Mm-hmm.
2 places, and they both happen to be in South Carolina.
Oh,
Charleston. Okay. Well, 3 places: Charleston, Hilton Head, and Greenville. But now, keep in mind, those are the only places I've actually stayed for more than just an hour or 2. I've actually spent days in those places, but all of them I felt perfectly comfortable. I felt like I related to people, and it might be South Carolina in general. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting to me how that feels. The only other place I can think was kind of close, but I didn't spend enough time there to really know, was Sonoma.
Oh, okay.
The literal town of Sonoma, not necessarily all the vineyards, but the literal town of Sonoma.
I'm familiar. It's beautiful too.
It is.
There's a cool Harley Davidson dealership right in the town square. I think it's
I remember. I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, that we stopped in when we were there last time. And it's just a cool.
It is a cool
layout
little
of the town.
Yeah. Now I'm sure there are other places that I would feel comfortable in, but I haven't experienced them yet. I have a sneaking suspicion. Well, you know what? I take that back. There are places in Colorado where I felt comfortable. Not Denver. I never really felt comfortable in Denver, but you go north of Denver, go up to
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins. I love Fort Collins. But again, I think it has to do more with just the type of people I'm around when I'm there. I don't know.
I think you're right.
Just a theory.
So much of it is especially the Midwest. It's the Midwest nice, that people, and there's a reason that they call it that. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
There were just some genuinely nice people. And I don't mean, there are a whole bunch of Northeastern people from the northeastern U.S. here in Southwest Florida.
Mhm.
Um, and they take a little bit more to get to know them.
Yeah.
Once you do, they're awesome, and they will take a bullet for you, and they're just great. But they all have the hard candy shell, and you have
Yeah.
to get past that, where you don't in the Midwest. In the Midwest,
Yeah.
it's just like people are, hey, whatever, come on over for a
Yeah.
beer.
Well, and I think people are a little bit more, I don't know how to say this without pissing somebody off, because I probably will, even if I'm the carefulest. But okay, so let me put it this way.
Oh, come on,
I
piss
played
them off.
sports. I probably still will. I played sports. I played
Yes,
football. I played hockey.
hockey.
I,
Yeah,
I played a lot of golf,
mhm,
competitive golf, not just golf for fun.
yeah.
I like sports. I
Mhm,
don't just, I played baseball. I watch baseball. I like sports. I don't like them to the level of people here in Nashville. Like, I don't know the stats of the sports teams. I don't know. I just enjoy the game and I enjoy the strategy. But ask me about a player and their stats, I have
mhm,
no freaking idea, and I don't care. I really
mhm,
don't care.
mhm.
And it's not something that I purposely seek out and watch every single game,
Yeah.
every single week. I don't do it, and I don't plan on ever doing that.
I don't I mean, I don't have anything against people who are like that, because I know some that are just
Hmm.
all in, and maybe it's just like a college football team.
Yeah,
And I always make fun of one of my friends who is a Georgia fan, Bulldogs. Okay. I think that's what they do.
I go
Um,
dogs.
but the G is exactly the same fontish as the Packers.
Yeah,
And so every time he wears the shirt, I say, "Oh, you got your Packers shirt on," which he isn't really fond of because he's a big Georgia football fan.
yeah,
Um, that's all right. We laugh about it, but yeah. So hey, go Pack, go! But he is like a data guy, like you mentioned, that he, knows all the players and who used to be there 5 years ago. Remember that guy 10 years ago, and he can say his name and his number and his weight. And okay, I'm out.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
But I'm happy for him. I don't. That's
Oh
great.
no,
But
I'm not saying anything negative about
no,
anybody. I'm just
no.
saying I don't relate
I
to
think
the
I
people
I
here.
drag behind on that, or
Yeah.
lag behind on that. I'm not
Yeah,
quite there. And maybe I used to be more involved in that, if
when I had more time, yeah. I
that
just choose to use my energies and
to pay
attention
the bills.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that too, yeah. But I mean, there's some people that live down the block that
Yeah.
Peyton used to go to school with their daughter, and I love them to death. They're fantastic, but we have nothing to talk about. They're great people. They're very nice people, but we have nothing we can't relate on any
They should
common
start
ground.
listening to the podcast then, because then
No,
they'd
I
get
think that
they'd get to know you a little better.
they know me just fine. They've known me for 15 years,
And
but
then they'd hear me, and well, then how can you not have anything to talk about?
nothing of substance. Nothing of
Whatever.
substance. Like,
Don't
they
let
want to
your
talk
sore
about
throat get in the way of a good
they
podcast.
want to talk about football and
Oh, okay.
Tennessee, and that's
But you
I
could say,
I
"Have you
can't
ever
relate.
been to Minnesota?" You should do
I
that.
do, and then they're like, "Oh, there he goes talking about Minnesota again."
There he goes again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know.
get that from my daughter too. Oh,
Oh, well,
I was like, "Hey, Peyton, do you know where this was invented?" And the very first thing that comes out of her mouth is
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I'm like, "No." Well, yes, but no.
I wasn't going there. Yeah, yeah, you actually
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
She knows you, man. I'm sorry.
She
But
is
yeah,
me.
the
She's
neighbors,
half me.
I don't know. Uh, what do you do? It's tougher to get close to people these days. We had
It
somebody
is.
that built a house next to us 2 lots over, and we still have not been over to say, "Hey, hi, how you doing? Here's some brownies,"
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, and we should, and we just don't, and we haven't, and I don't know how, because I travel and stuff. It would be nice if we had somebody next door, and we met the guy across the street. And he's very nice, but we don't see him regularly. It's
Yeah,
like
we don't
ships
either.
passing in the night.
Yeah. We've lived in this neighborhood now for 8 years. The only reason I know the folks that I was just talking about
Mhm.
is because we knew them before we moved into the neighborhood, because they went to the same school as Peyton.
Okay.
The mom, the wife, is the principal of the
Oh,
elementary school.
okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Um, but other than that, I do know my neighbor over here.
Okay.
I don't really. I mean, we talk when we see each other in the yard, but we have again nothing to relate. He's a doctor of theology, so he's a
Oh, interesting.
very and yeah, empty nesters, and
Mhm.
I don't even know what they do. So that's probably the neighbor I talk to the most, but we still don't talk very much.
It's
I've
just in
met and
passing.
talked to, yeah, I've met and
Mhm.
talked to all of my neighbors around me, but
Yeah,
I mean, we don't have conversations.
I know. Yeah, and same. And these new folks, I I've waved at the lady twice. We were taking our trash to the road. We're just taking it down. How's it going? It seemed just coincidental that we've done it at the same
Yeah.
time twice. And anyway, so yeah, I always laugh, but she friendly enough and waved.
Oh, sure. But
And
in
yeah.
other parts of, growing up in Minnesota,
Mhm.
I knew every single one of my neighbors. They
Yeah.
were we were spending time at each other's houses,
But
and
how long, I mean, how long were you there? Was this a
I wasn't
family?
there very long.
Okay.
Now, my stepdad had owned the house since 1977,
Okay.
something like that. So he'd been around for a while, but he
Okay.
was never home anyways. So yeah. No, it's just you knew everyone on the street
Yeah.
too. And it wasn't, I don't know.
I guess when you're younger too, that has more of, I don't know. Like when we
Yeah.
bought our first house, the next door neighbor was a plumber, or I guess a retired plumber. And man, he was he was over often because we had plumbing issues.
Yeah, no.
And but he gave me some great insight and taught me, about some little plumbing stuff, which actually served me very well when I when I sprung a leak as I was trying to attach my building my bar and trying to attach the cabinets on the back area because it was the stud sensor. Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a stud right there, and it was a copper pipe.
Oh
And
no.
yeah, well, but so I was able to repair it myself because he told me how to do it. And it's funny stuffing white bread into the pipe to make sure it's all dry. And I thought,
Interesting.
oh, that's really, and it works like a charm. It
Huh.
was, yeah.
It's little
Anyway,
things like that that are amazing.
so yes, for sure. So he was great. And I bought him plenty of beer because he didn't want money. So,
Yeah, plumbing and beer. That's plumbing
let's
and manual labor.
finish
Oh
the
wait, no, I
job
mean beer
first.
and manual
Okay.
labor.
Yeah. Finish the
Yeah,
job first.
right.
Yeah.
Well, or just maybe it's just a little bit more creative on
Maybe
how it gets
so.
accomplished.
Yeah, how did this happen? Six pack.
Yeah,
That's how.
yeah. Not too serious. So you've been traveling a lot, and you said
Mm.
you wanted to talk about and
Well,
share with us your first
y
class experience.
yeah, yes. I don't know why a couple of my flights, when it's not ridiculous, I will try and bump up to first class. I used miles on my American account because don't usually don't fly them. So I had 10,000 miles. It was 10,000 miles to bump up to first class
Nice.
for a particular flight that I had. And that was, I think it was just Charlotte to Fort Myers. So it wasn't a long, about an hour and a half flight. And I said, well, I'll just book it. Why not? I'll just use the miles and do it. And it was great. Um, Thankfully, I did that because um, we were boarded onto the plane and I'm, getting comfy in my first class seat. And the guy sitting next to me is a nice guy. And then the captain came on and said, we have a mechanical issue, so we're going to deplane.
Oh no.
Yes. So we had been on there for maybe half an hour and I had the opportunity to taste the worst coffee I've ever put in my mouth. The flight attendant brought me, I just want some black coffee, and she brought it. And I don't know what they used for water, but it tasted like it came from the gray tank.
It probably did.
Oh my gosh, it was just so bad. And I've had bad coffee, so it's not like I can't handle it. It
Hmm.
was the worst
Hmm.
ever. So I just gave it back to one of the flight attendants and I said, this is the worst I've ever tasted. And she, I'm so sorry. I said, I don't know what you're using for water. Use something else. And so anyway, that was terrible. We
Probably
did,
the, you know what it is? It's probably the coffee maker
it was
because
worse than a coffee maker. It
they use the
honestly,
big bottles of water and they pour it into the coffee
yeah,
maker.
I don't think they did, but who
No.
knows? You could be right. It was something in that process that was terrible.
Hmm.
and you know how you and I are about coffee, and
Yeah.
it was just, it would be a nice way before we leave. I think it was, 10 in the morning or something like that. And I'm okay, let's go. So we deplaned without my coffee and sat there at the gate for half an hour. And then suddenly I got a gate change announcement. Happily, it was, 3 gates away. And so I just walked over and we boarded again and on a different plane, and everything turned out fine. So I was concerned, what is this, the government shutting down? Is this gonna
Yeah.
be a thing? And no,
Right.
it's just a mechanical thing, and it was fine. We ended up being an hour late, no big deal. But the first class, the boarding, deplaning, and boarding again to be in row 4 was awesome,
Oh, I
rather
bet.
than I've been in 26 typically, and that would have taken, more time
Forever.
when I
You
couldn't
probably would
sit
have,
down.
by the time you got off the first plane, you would have been, and got the notification about the gate change.
And going to the gate, yeah,
Yeah.
walked right to the other gate. So anyway, yeah, that was my and again, it's not Americans' fault. I thought the pilots and the gate agent and everybody, the crew, handled it well. But I will be back on Delta again
Well,
this week.
hopefully this time, Delta won't tear off one of their wings.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
When did
They've
that happen?
this week,
Oh, you're
the two
kidding.
two Delta airline flights, uh, they had an accident on the
Collided.
tarmac. They collided. The wing of
How
one of
does that
them
happen?
hit the front end, hit the nose of the other one. The same type of airplane too. It was one
How
of the
does
little
that
ones.
happen?
I don't
Well,
know.
but then they can use one of them for parts, which is perfect.
Well, now, yeah, because the wing is laying on the ground.
Yes,
Literally tore one of the
exactly.
wings off. I'm surprised it didn't blow up. There was
Yeah,
only one injury, and it was a flight attendant, and it was a non-life threatening injury.
probably just not buckled up or anything.
Probably. Yeah.
Or something on the tarmac, they should be, but who knows?
Right. Yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy. I'd look it up. It was but it was Delta again.
I don't wanna know. Thanks.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and Delta was the one that flipped in Toronto. So
Jeez.
same type of airplane. Maybe it's the type of airplane.
Maybe it is. All I've been on seems to be A321s lately.
Well, so then you're safe because this was one of those little
Oh,
2-in-1.
the puddle jumpers?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Not even
boy.
operated by the airline itself. It's operated by one of their subsidiary.
So it was
Whatever.
it was probably an Embraer,
Yes. Or Embraer.
however you say it.
I say it like that. I don't
I
know if
guess
it's
you
right.
do.
I don't know if it's right.
It's
that's what I
it's probably not, but
probably
that's all
not.
right.
I like
Unless you think
Embraer.
but you're more of a flight guy than I am, so
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
well, operating planes, I mean.
Yeah, because I'm so good at that.
Well, you're probably as good as I am.
Probably as good as the guy in at SeaTac that stole the airplane.
Yes, that guy.
He was able to do a barrel roll. So
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was special.
no flight training whatsoever. Just Flight Simulator is great. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah. I used to have one that was, oh my gosh, this has been so many years ago. I had it installed on my laptop, and I'm trying to think what it was called. Doesn't matter, but it was on the same flight simulator sort of
Mhm.
pathway. But it was actually, from what I understand, what a lot of Navy pilots use to practice
Oh, really?
that same, and I was good at it. I was, oh yeah, I can do, as long as the
As long
airplane
as
is
you have a keyboard.
controlled by a
Yeah.
keyboard with up and down arrows, that should be
Right.
fine. There are probably a lot of those.
Hey, you would be surprised.
Yes, I suppose I would.
I think some of the airliners are probably closer to that than they are. I mean, they still have the yolks, but it's
Yep.
more for decoration.
Yeah. No, that doesn't work. What's wrong with you, pilot?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it was funny because the pilot, I saw the captain get on. Was it this flight? I think it was my first flight from Fort Myers to Charlotte, and the captain has. I do not have a flat stomach, but let's just say he made me look like I did, because most of these captains are and all the pilots are in pretty decent shape.
Mhm.
Not this dude. He was,
No.
oh my goodness, the big belly, and this is your captain speaking. But he had that whole dialect down perfectly.
Nice.
So yeah, but he was a big
But
dude.
hey, he flew the plane. He landed the plane. Was it a smooth landing?
It was all good. That one was the one coming back here from Charlotte was not, and it was funny because it was the captain was standing at the door when I walked out. I said, "Who did the landing?" He said, "I did," and I said, "Hey, shiny side up, you did fine." And he laughed because it was rough.
Yeah,
Hit it
that's
hard.
funny. That's funny.
But I've caught a couple of those guys. I don't know, in the last couple of weeks where the pilot is standing, either one or both are standing by the door, and I'll always ask who did the landing, and it was the lieutenant the last time, the second officer, and he goes, "I did." I said, "It was awesome." He said, "Thanks, man." Okay, if that's the least I can do to say thanks for getting us on the ground safely, that's good.
That's funny. He was very excited. He got his 750 hours, whatever it is for a co-pilot. I don't remember.
Gosh, doesn't it vary based on what the plane is too?
No,
I would think no.
Well, no, because you enter on one of the small planes anyways.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So but it seems like you got to have a certain number of hours as you move up. I don't know.
I don't remember how it works.
Yeah, me either. But that would make me happy if.
Yeah, more hours, better.
Please have lots of hours.
Lots and lots of hours.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, those guys, it's pretty cool. And I always like to ask. I know I told you before that once I did that, and the captain goes, "It was him," and it was a rough landing. He's pointing at the second officer. "It was him." He said, "But you should figure that because he's a Navy pilot." Okay, you guys throw down like that. That makes me happy.
That's funny. That is very funny.
Gotta like it.
So I was going to take that somewhere. I have a little bit of brain fog, not gonna lie.
Well, because you're not feeling your best.
No, I'm healing. I'm
You're
healing.
healing.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. That has nothing to do with anything you were just saying. But I was
okay, good.
I was looking. Yeah, I was looking at the time to see. Were we getting ready to button up?
I was too.
I was on Instagram the other day, and I ran across another podcast that was and it's a conspiracy theory podcast. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the guys, but one thing that did, because I do follow them now. I could probably look it up, but I noticed their naming convention for their titles are exactly like ours.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's a newer podcast, so I think we're older. So I'm gonna claim, probably wrongly so, that no. I mean, if they are, I'm flattered. Or if they did, I'm flattered. But I'm just going to go with they must have been influenced by the PoddiMouths podcast to create their own podcast and use the same naming convention.
Hey, nicely done.
Thank you. But I was just shocked. I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to have to change how I title everything.
Oh, no. We're the purveyors of that methodology.
Purveyors. Wow. Big words.
You're welcome.
Those too big for me.
Oh, no. You can handle all the big words.
Well, no.
Come on, you're firmly in the corporate world. You know all about big words.
I could go so many places with that, but I choose to just say, you know what? I think it's time. It's time to call it a day.
We can.
We'll
because
give you some more time back. Yeah,
that's a corporate thing, isn't it? Hey, I want to give you back 10 minutes. What do you mean? You're going to give me back 10 minutes.
Woo.
As if you control time and space.
Yeah, because, going from the meeting room back to my desk will take up a good 3 minutes, but I'll probably stop at the bathroom. So now we're talking about 7 or 8 minutes.
Thanks, TMI.
So, but then, I'm sorry. Do I need to do with corporate speak? My bio break. And I get back to my desk, and then I walk to my next meeting. So, you just saved me. You did give me some time to bio break, but
I was going to do it anyway. Let me just tell you. Yeah. I guess I'm going to be a little late for this next one because bio break takes precedence.
Yeah. Every 15 to 20.
Yeah.
On that note, speaking of bio break, it's time.
Yes.
It's time, folks.
It sure is.
If you truly, truly love us and enjoy this episode, head up to PoddiMouths.com, check out some of our old episodes, get some merch. I mean, I'm wearing merch today.
Are you?
Merch. Yeah, I
Mine,
am.
I have the underwear.
Yeah. Oh, is that
I
what you're
don't.
wearing right now?
No.
I thought you were wearing the bathing suit, the women's bathing suit
Well, yeah, underneath.
underneath.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That'd be
But
silly.
anyway, head up to PoddiMouths.com. Check out all of our past episodes. You can find us wherever you find podcasts or listen to your podcasts. And you can also find us on YouTube. Check out the merch store and also check out some of the links to some of our past episodes. I'm sure those folks would appreciate it. John, it has been a wonderful, wonderful short episode, but
Oh
wonderful
my gosh.
nonetheless.
You are just you need to rest. You need
I
to
do. I need to go to bed.
chill out, spend some time not sipping bourbon.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna sip. Well, I could sip bourbon if I turned it into a hot toddy.
see? I
Yeah,
I'm not a
on the bright
doctor, but
side.
I would recommend that.
But you did stay at a Holiday Inn Express
I
last night.
did not.
Oh, damn.
Nope, sorry.
No.
Marriott's.
Okay.
You know me.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
See you, bro. Yeah.